Hello, I am Raziel, and with all the races in be it fantasy and science fiction genres, my absolute favourite is elves. High elves, blood elves, wood elves, Eldari, Drukhari. You get the picture. I always run an Eldari army in every edition of Warhammer 40,000. I ran a Dark Elf force back in Warhammer Fantasy Battles 6th edition, and it was a lot of fun. Even when I played World of Warcraft, I rolled a Blood Elf Rogue, and I got him to a level 100 before I stopped playing. I got most of the Malice Darkblades books, all I'm missing is 2 graphic novels, and I read all of Malekith by Gareth Thorpe, and it's like the only time I will ever actually give him credit for writing something good. And finally, I love the Warcraft Sunwell trilogy manga as well. So yeah, I have this real love for the pointy-eared fair folk, which is why I want to talk about High Elves today. With Warhammer the Old World and Age of Sigmar, there's 2 ways you can go about forming your starter High Elf force. First is obviously the Lumineth Realm Lords. These are more extravagant and expensive High Elf miniatures. They look cool, don't get me wrong, and would only choose the ones from the Realm Lords if you can't get them from Cities of Sigmar. Yeah, the other way is Cities of Sigmar. Now, just to clarify everything, for this video, to sort of make a decent decision and a more educated decision, I am using the last 3 High Elf Warhammer Army books, including the last one, which is a hardback, and the last 3 Warhammer Fantasy Battle rule books too. Now, literally, these are the last 3 of each, so it's a good idea of what rules will be used and how they can be implemented within this force. And as this is hopefully a channel dedicated to saving money, I will focus on the ones that can be get back from City Sigmar more than the ones that came from the Realm Lords. Now, with no further ado, here we go. With no Vanguard or Start Collecting boxes yet, and we know City of Sigmar is getting a big revamp, we're going to have to go individual boxes. First stop is our core choice, and this will depend how much converting you want to do or how much you want to spend. Say you want to spend very little, but you want to do very little converting, but you want to spend more. You will have more options, such as the Eternal Guard. Now, trim and paint any unwanted wood elf iconography, and that's what you've got. This is your Spearman unit. The Eternal Guard box will save you £7.50 if you were to go Realm Lord equivalent. If you were to go this route and not Realm Lords, I mean. The other method is going to take more work because it's going to be lots of sharp, pointy parts, and you're talking the Dark Elf Dread Spear box. Okay, so this is going to save you an extra £4 on top of your further £7.50. It's £11.50 cheaper than going Realm Lords, and that is what your one core choice. But you're going to need 2, so I would be another box of which one you chose. Personally, my own opinion would be the Eternal Guard. They look more high elfy, and this would be my 2 Spearmen unit. And these are good because you can use them in 2 ranks for fighting. So it's great for tying up units in close combat, and they cause more hits. Of course, they got that shield as well for a very extra save. Now, you can go Lumineth models if you want, but as I said, they are going to cost you more, but you do have the advantage of adding some bowmen as a core unit this way. Next is special units, and here would be a box of Shadow Warriors. Well, 2 personally, as you can use the Sisters bits to make Sisters of Avaron. So here are your range units, and elves are great at range combat, and the Shadow Warriors are also very good in close combat where they're both hitting on, or used to hit on a 2+, then they're always hitting first in close combat with their weapon skill of 5. Also they have the hitting first rule too. Now, finally we have a special choice box would be Phoenix Guard. They look good, they look like high elves, and they have their heavy armor helmet. Now these are good to make sure no one shoots your archers, and this works with spearmen too. They have heavy armor and they are pretty brutal. Now we have a rare unit, the Sisters of Avaron. They look good and they give you a ton of spare bits to kit bash your spearmen from Wood Elves or Dark Elf looking to more level High Elves. They have flaming attacks which will work great against trolls and wooden animals and creatures. And they're also great for routing buildings, getting to reroll that wound. And the best thing is the Sisters of Avaron did and hopefully will give you that -1 to the armor save of orcs and goblins and ogres, forces of destruction. Now, given the time frame of the old world, that will come in very handy. Now, the basis of this force is duality. You have Spearman and Phoenix Guard to make sure nothing gets through to the Shadow Warriors and Sisters of Avalon, but you have the Shadow Warriors and Sisters of Avalon to whittle down the numbers of the models that are going to be engaged by the Spearman and Phoenix Guard. Also, both the Shadows of Avalon, Sisters of Avalon and the Shadow Warriors are also very good in close combat, so they have that bonus should anyone get through your first line of defense. Now, it's obviously your hero or lord choice. And what else but an archmage on a dragon? Elves are very magical anyway, so take advantage of that in your lord. And now he had, and hopefully will continue, with successful cast, he'll get a +1 to his ward save, and the dragon too. Now just imagine that, you have up to a 3+ ward save on a dragon. That will make him beast, pun intended, in combat, and that breath attack as well is a nice way to round off your higher army. Now, some extra things, you could get some cavalry as well, which would be pretty cool, and hopefully we'll get some of the old cavalry models back too, just to really add the speed that this army is going to lack, unfortunately, at the moment. I will mention that you can use the Techless model, but it's £105 to get that beast with it, and you're not just getting Techless, and it's very expensive. So there you go. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video on making a High Elf army for the World of the Old Warhammer the Old World. As I do love elves, always have done. It's one of my favourites. Now, of course, there is a link to Wayland Games down below, as with my Forbidden Planet and t-shirt and comics as well, all down below. If you wish to help support the channel, if you want to give me money, there's Patreon as well. But as always, get yourself something nice. Always get yourself something. It does help the channel. It does help. And it's better than you just giving me money. Okay. As always, enjoy the hobby. Don't let people tell you what to do or how to do it. Paint how you like. Enjoy the hobby. It's a great hobby for everyone. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you all again soon. Have a good one. And I'm going to round this video up to more over 8 minutes again, because I have to. And I don't like waffling on at the end just to drown it out. Thank you. Bye-bye.